Get your hand in your pocket. What are you, crazy? Get over here. Hey, get over here. Go and run. Hey, I'm gonna release the dog.
Right now, we're going to read you your rights.
Me?
Because both of you are being arrested for solicitation, capital murder.
Why?
Solicitation murder.
We
You would like to remain silent.
What is your name?
From a family annihilator to a woman that killed and dismembered her lover, we're going to break down 5 intense moments when murderers were arrested on body cam footage. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Really no surprise here, but body cam footage can be very intense, particularly of arrests, right? And many times, from a legal point of view, they play such a pivotal role in the eventual prosecution of a suspect. What did the defendant say? What did the defendant do? You know where that becomes, though, especially chilling? The arrests of murderers. And that is what we are going to discuss. So those times when murderers were caught and arrested on body cam. Now, I will tell you, when we came up with this topic, there was one case in particular that came into my mind. It's a case that actually sends shivers down my spine thinking about this. And when you think about what happened and what I'm about to talk to you about, it can make you physically sick. But let's get into it, because this was captured on body cam and it is incredibly disturbing. We're going to go to January 2020. Out in Celebration, Florida. Now, this was originally a Disney-planned community. Think about that for a second as we get into it. So the Tote family hasn't been heard from in weeks. And I'm talking about Megan Tote, her husband Anthony, their 3 young children, 13-year-old Alec, 11-year-old Tyler, and 4-year-old Zoe. Now, at the time, the feds were looking into Anthony on a healthcare fraud investigation. Yeah, he was a physical therapist who allegedly sent fraudulent claims. So federal agents go to the Tote family home to issue a warrant.
Tony, talk. Open the door, police. Tony, talk. Police. Tony, come to the door.
Now, no one comes to the door, but that door was unlocked, so law enforcement go in, and they find Anthony Tote at the top of the stairs. Let's see what happened.
Tony, you coming downstairs? All right.
30 on left, 97 at 2, reserve place, reference both 930.
Clear left? Yeah, upstairs? I think so. Tony, you upstairs? Hey, come downstairs, bud. No. All right. Yeah, take your time. Need some help? Yeah. All right. Everything's all right, man. Just stay calm. All right.
ready? Hey, we're gonna check this.
Goes to the kitchen. Or whatever it is. Any children here?
I can't remember if they went to a sleepover last night.
What's your wife's name?
Megan.
Has anyone heard her talk?
No.
Megan?
Megan?
Alright, come on down, buddy. Come. Alright? Come talk in front of you. Take control.
Yep.
Alright, just sit. Have a seat. You good? I got you. Just have a seat.
Megan!
Face forward for me, alright? Put your hands forward too, alright?
Megan? We still can't find the daughter.
What?
Where's Zoe?
I haven't seen her. She went with you. Oh, no, I didn't see her. I was sleeping.
And you want to know what law enforcement found when they got to the upstairs bedroom? The dead bodies of the entire family and the family dog, Breezy. Tote had been living with their decomposed bodies for weeks. We're talking a savage killing. We're talking a combination of stabbing, suffocating, even drugging with Benadryl. Tote was arrested. He was charged. And despite his attempts to suggest that Megan killed the kids and then stabbed herself to death, this was, by the way, after he had already confessed to the murders, he was convicted of 4 counts of first-degree murder and animal cruelty, and he was sentenced to life in prison. You want to talk some dramatic body cam footage? Then let's talk about what happened in 2019. The 2019 kidnapping and murder of 21-year-old University of South Carolina student Samantha Josephson. Chilling case. Authorities say she got into a car after a night out thinking it was an Uber, but it was not. It was actually the car of Nathaniel Rowland. He picks her up right at this entertainment district. People all around having a good time that night. Nobody's the wiser. And you actually see this captured on CCTV footage, her getting into the car, having no idea what's about to happen, having no idea that this is not an Uber. So scary for parents out there to think about. And what happened? Well, he locked her in the car and then proceeded to stab her to death. 120 stab wounds. It left her body in the woods 65 miles away. But you had blood evidence, DNA, cell phone data, all connected him back to the murder. But there was something else. And this concerns how police caught him. What do I mean? Well, as I mentioned, there was that CCTV footage, right? So police were on the lookout for this dark-colored Chevy Impala. And a Columbia police officer spots a car matching the description and pulls it over. Rowland is in that car. The officer smells marijuana. And watch what happens next.
What's going on, sir? You got your license? You got your license on you? I'm also Columbia Police Department K9. No, no license on you. Why not? All right, man. Who's smoking the marijuana?
I had smoked some earlier, sir, when I was at home.
All right. All right, man, you're going to have to step on out, man. All right, here's the deal, man. I pulled your car over because it matches the suspect. Get your hand in your pocket. What are you, crazy? Get over here. Hey, get over here. Go and run. Hey, I'm going to release the dog. I can't. I was just going to see if he'll stop. Bravo Mike wearing a gray sweatpants, gray sweatshirt. Doors blocked, 500 block.
Yep, he takes off. They chase him. They actually lose him at one point, but he's eventually apprehended. Rowland went to trial in 2021, and all this evidence that I mentioned, including this body cam footage, was presented. And remember, by the way, someone fleeing can be used to show consciousness of guilt. You're saying, you know how I know the defendant committed this crime? Why is he running? He knows he's guilty. He knows he committed a murder, and he's trying to get away from police. Now, there can always be speculation about why somebody ran. Maybe they have problems with law enforcement, but here it was definitely an important piece of evidence, and he was found guilty of murder, kidnapping, and possession, and he was sentenced to life in prison. Hey there, everybody. So I want to thank Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring this episode of Sidebar. Always love talking about them. Now, here is the incredible thing about Morgan & Morgan, and one of the reasons why I like talking about them so much.
Hey, say something about our big wins.
You're not supposed to come on camera. The reason Morgan & Morgan, America's largest personal injury law firm, is so big, and I'm sure you can guess it, is because they win a lot. And that's
Don't forget huge verdicts.
Yeah, they've won big verdicts. $6.8 million in New York, $26 million in Philadelphia. You see, the thing about them is they don't settle for lowball insurance offers from insurance companies, which is something.
Mention that you can submit a claim from your couch at home and on your phone.
Dan, they've completely modernized the process by submitting your claim, talking to your legal team. It's all done straight from your smartphone. Again, that's something
With
that
8 clicks or less.
8 clicks or less. Yes. You can see if you have a case in just a few minutes.
1,000 lawyers. We have over 1,000 lawyers.
All right. You know what, Dan? If you really think you can do better, maybe you should just do it yourself.
What Jesse was getting at is if you've ever been injured in an accident, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. You can submit a claim in 8 clicks or less. To start your claim, just visit forthepeople.com/LC Sidebar.
You came a little too close to me. It hurt me a little bit. I'm probably actually going to have to hire you guys now, but that was well said. That was well said. Now let's talk about this wild body cam footage of the arrest of Darrell Brooks Jr. We all remember him. This is the guy who drove a red SUV through the Waukesha, Wisconsin holiday parade back in 2021, killing 6 people, injuring several others. It was an absolutely devastating and chaotic scene. And after he did this, he escapes the scene. But what ends up happening? Well, a short time later, he is captured on camera, different people's camera on their properties. He's captured on camera running through yards in the surrounding neighborhood. And then he shows up on a Ring doorbell camera at a nearby house.
Hey, can I called an Uber and I'm supposed to be waiting for it over here, but I don't know when it's coming. Can you call it for me, please?
This, of course, was a ruse to get out of Dodge. He wanted to escape the scene. But police eventually track him down and take him down.
Hands up! Put your hands where I can see them! Put your hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Do it now!
Hey, take him to the hospital and try to play him here.
What did I do? Lay on your stomach! What did I do?
Robert, 377, are you on Elizabeth Street?
It's to my right. You got something with your name on it, man? No.
And
What is your name?
Brooks.
First name? This matches the description of the guy that got called on who was going door to door over here.
Yeah, I was trying.
Where are your shoes, man?
I was trying to use somebody's phone.
Where are your shoes?
My flip-flops is in his house. He was saying he just gave me a jacket.
Shoes identifying soft fat, lighter skin, black male, dreadlocks, red shirt, blue jeans, no shoes.
Yeah, I did go to the house. I went to that house right there, right down the street right here.
Where you coming from, man?
I was coming from that parade down here.
Okay.
I know a friend down here.
I think that's a fabulous idea.
Stand up for me, Darrell.
I can't, Mr.
Brooks.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Roll over on your butt.
Okay, now I can.
Roll over on your butt. Roll up on your knees. Roll over on. Roll up on your knees.
Okay.
In 500 block of Elizabeth.
Stand up.
Right now. 553 Elizabeth.
My
What are you doing?
are freaking sweet.
Factory here.
Did I do something?
That is yet to be determined, sir.
Go ahead and take a seat for me, Darrell.
And that was the beginning of the end for Darrell Brooks Jr. He went to trial in 2022, a bizarre trial where he represented himself. Remember, he identified as a sovereign citizen who believes the law and courts don't necessarily have jurisdiction or authority over him. Yeah, that didn't seem to work because in the end, he was convicted of over 70 crimes, including 6 counts of first-degree intentional homicide. He was sentenced to 6 life sentences plus over 700 years in prison. Well, sticking to Wisconsin, let's go over now to the Taylor Schabusiness case, equally disturbing. This is the 25-year-old who killed her lover while the two had sex after she claimed she did meth. Apparently, in her drug-fueled stupor, Schabusiness not only strangled 24-year-old Shad Therian with a metal chain, but sexually abused his dead body and then chopped him up into pieces. His mother came home to find her own son's bloody head in a bucket in the family's basement. This is disgusting. It doesn't get quite more horrific than that. But Schabusiness was arrested on February 23rd, 2022, after police tracked her down at her place. This was after Shad's mom told law enforcement that Schabusiness had been with her son and had been driving a certain kind of van. So police show up to her apartment, they find the van, And let's see how this all plays out.
Is this blood? Does this look like blood to you? Or am I just tripping? Bloody footprint? You see this right here?
Could possibly be blood.
Hey, who did that? Hi, Taylor. How's it going? Officer Russell with the Green Bay Police Department. Just make sure you ain't got nothing on you here. With Taylor.
Contact with Taylor.
Taylor, you have one warrant for your, arrest. Just put your hands behind your back, quick.
Anybody else in your apartment?
You got blood on your hands here, too. No, on your hands. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to.
What apartment is it?
What apartment are you in?
Do you have Adam Green come up? He cuts him in, get out here.
On the double.
Which apartment?
One is what they came back to. Yeah, go. Guys, hurry and get here now. Watch this window right here. Gun. Go in here. Come to the back of the apartment. That's where we are. You come over here. 2 more will be fine. If 84 is here.
Hands up!
You have contact with the mail.
Hands up! Walk out towards me!
Have a seat.
All the traffic. Out towards me! Get out of the garage!
Who else is in the apartment? Be straight up. Tomes? Who else? Just Tomes? Is he armed? Nobody's armed?
Nobody's armed.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Green Bay Police! Everybody get here! Announce yourself now!
Go ahead. Negative, we got enough here.
Yeah, by the way, if you didn't catch that, it appears that someone, presumably Schabusiness, remotely locked or unlocked the van as police were surrounding it, and then they see her. And after Schabusiness was arrested, in what is a very macabre and disturbing interview with authorities, she essentially admits to law enforcement that she killed and dismembered Shad. She was ultimately convicted of first-degree intentional homicide, and she was sentenced to life in prison. Now, I'd like to end our discussion about murderers caught on body cam footage with doing something a little different. This is not the arrest of an actual murderer, but an attempted murderer in a way. I'm going to explain. We're going to go back to 2017, and it's around 3 a.m. in the morning out in Texas. And police are making their way to the condo of a woman named Valerie McDaniel. Now, here's the catch. Authorities have evidence that she and her boyfriend, Leon Jacob, tried to murder their respective exes in a murder-for-hire plot. It is a fascinating case where police executed an undercover operation with an officer pretending to be a hitman and talks to the two of them. Police, by the way, even enlisted the help of the couple's exes, the victims, to play along. They staged photos to look like they had been murdered. I mean, in one of the recorded conversations between Leon Jacob and this undercover officer, Jacob says he wants his ex gone, that potassium chloride is untraceable. He was kind of wrestling on whether to harm her or not when the undercover officer pretended to kidnap her. And then when the undercover officer told Jacob that he killed her, that she wasn't cooperating and he had no choice, Leon Jacob wasn't that shocked on the tape and said, just make sure nothing gets back to me. So they have all this evidence, but now we go to this night. And police do something interesting here. So they pretend like McDaniel's ex-husband was killed. And they want to see Jacob and McDaniel's reaction.
What's going on?
He needs to talk to you.
I'm afraid we have some bad news. Your her ex-husband's been found. It looks like it turns out to be a fatality. Best we can figure. It looks like it might have been a robbery gone wrong. Sorry to have to tell you. Have you heard from him recently?
I was over there last night.
You heard from him last night?
I was at the house last night.
Was he there?
Uh-huh.
What time was that?
I called the police.
Why'd you call the police? What
Because he had
happened?
my daughter.
And that was last night?
Oh, I saw him this morning.
And was that the last time you saw him?
Yeah.
Did he let you know he was going anywhere tonight or anything? Or?
No, he was all smiles and being nice in front of my daughter. That was this morning.
And you all have a daughter together?
Yeah, we have an adopted little girl.
Okay, and where's your daughter now?
She's in bed.
Is she the only one that's here? Just her?
No, my boyfriend's here.
He's here? Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't want to tell her that Daddy's gone.
Well, yeah, you don't have to tell her anything right now. Is your boyfriend here with you? You think he could kind of be a little help to us now? Well, I'm sorry. We were hoping you could help us. We had to deliver some bad news to her. Her ex-husband's been found tonight.
Oh my God.
It looks like might have been a robbery gone wrong. We're just trying to if anybody knows anything or
No,
might be able to help us.
Are you okay, baby? We've been here all night. We were here all day with their daughter, and we were watching movies. We haven't been out of the house all day except for she went to get some.
We all know each other.
Well, years. We were dating about 10, 11 weeks. She used to be my mom's next door neighbor. I'm a doctor here too in town. She's a veterinarian. We've been dating about 10, 11 weeks, maybe.
Do you have any idea who might wanted to harm your husband? Was he worried about anything?
I don't know.
Like I said, I met him once.
They don't know anything. They're shocked. Oh my gosh. Well, you know who wasn't buying it in light of all the evidence? The Houston Police Department. And the jig is up. They reveal what's going on. Let's see what happens.
You're all right, sweetie. Okay. You okay?
All right. Well, I'll tell you, we'll need you to come with us. And
So I guess I'll stay.
Okay, well, right now we're going to read you your rights.
Me?
Because both of you are being arrested for solicitation of capital murder.
Why?
Solicitation of murder.
You
have the right to remain silent.
Hey, stand real quick. He's going to keep talking to you, okay?
Can I put some shoes on?
Yeah, you will. Hey, man, he's still talking to you. We're not going anywhere right now, okay?
Why are we being arrested?
Just put your palms together. Put your palms together.
Probably will be using his evidence against you at your trial. You're right. You have the right to have a lawyer present to you anytime during this interview, and you have the right to terminate the interview anytime you want. You
Can I
understand
call a
your
lawyer
rights?
now?
You understand your rights?
Yes, can I call a lawyer?
Not right now. Or now.
Can I put some underwear on and some shoes? I'm not gonna.
We're not going to be able to let you put that on right now.
I'm not going to run anywhere.
Take them with you.
Yeah.
Where are your shoes and underwear?
They're back there.
Okay.
I'd like to call.
Just have a seat right here.
Okay, well, we'll go get you your phone, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why I'm being arrested.
Okay, well, he just told you.
Solicitation of capital murder.
So both Jacob and McDaniel were arrested, but in a sad turn, McDaniel actually ended up committing suicide before her trial. As for Mr. Jacob, he was convicted of 2 counts of solicitation of capital murder, and he was sentenced to life in prison. I am sure this will not be the end of murderers caught on body cam footage, and we will make sure to cover it for you here on Sidebar. That's all we have for you here on the show, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Jesse Weber. I'll speak to you next time.